Now, Isaiah Sharp with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
Well, the remnants of that system that passed on through Thursday night into Friday morning still showing a little bit. As you can see, the snow remnants on top of the Village Cinema. You can see it a little bit over the top of the roofs right here, too. And if you take a look at the beautiful foothills in the background, driving into work today, just seeing those off into the distance, absolutely phenomenal. Love seeing it. Love seeing all the people driving up the Bogus Basin, too, enjoying the wonderful powder that we have. 33 degrees right now with a little bit of wind on top of that as well, making things nice and chilly. Magic Valley looking totally different. There's only small remnants of snow just sitting inside the canyon, the stuff that hasn't been touched by the sun. Some good news, though. The sun is now rising and staying up higher until about 6 o'clock is when that sunset is going to last. So, hey, at least that sun lasting just a little bit longer as we enter into winter. Really, winter conditions going to be on the way coming fairly soon. 31 right now, and if you feel like that is cold, even colder temperatures are on the way. These dry conditions, we are expecting them to last a little bit longer, but the colder air moving in, that is going to be the focus because clear skies are expected for a majority of this week. You can see just very slight remnants over the top of the Treasure Valley region, but not too much of an impact. A majority of activity happening up towards Lewiston and Spokane, near Pullman, Washington on top of that as well, but not too much here for southern Idaho. This is kind of going to be the norm going into the rest of this week. Going to have to wait until Thursday, the day before Valentine's Day, before we see any activity passing on through. We got a high pressure ridge that's sitting off the coastline that's keeping things nice and dry. That low pressure system that passed on through has made its way very much to the east up to this point. Only a little bit of activity, like I mentioned, over the top of Spokane, but those dry conditions are also going to come along with some really, really cold temperatures. Take a look at what we're going to be expecting going into Tuesday. The drop in temperatures, and you can see it. Here's that low pressure system, and we are going to be hit by the back door of this low pressure system, dropping in really cold temperatures. Mountain ranges are going to be into the negatives. The Treasure Valley region going to potentially be into the single digit when it comes to overnight lows. 20s expected to be the highs on top of that as well. A little bit of activity over the top of Colorado and Wyoming, but we're going to be staying dry, like I mentioned, up until about the 13th, and then we're expecting that next system to pass on through. This is Friday. This is what we're going to be seeing going Thursday into Friday morning on Valentine's Day. A fair bit of activity expected to pass on through, about 60-70% chance of showers on the valley floors. So dry conditions up until the end of next week, and then that's when we're going to see a couple of systems pass on through. This is going into Sunday, Monday. A little bit more activity to the north of us. Twin Falls is going to be staying dry, and then going to have to wait until about Thursday to see any more activity coming into our region. Like I said, this is going to probably miss us to the north, and so fairly dry conditions up until about Thursday. Let's take a look at what your forecast has going into Sunday for tomorrow. We're expecting 20s in some areas, and there are those single digits. 3 degrees the low expected in Weiser, 27 in Vail, 27 in Ontario. Just barely above freezing in the main Treasure Valley sector, 34 over in Boise, and teens expected to be those overnight lows. And really cool conditions also expected in the Magic Valley region. A little bit warmer, though, as you can see, 35 in Twin Falls, 36 Jerome, breaking into the 20s, but teens expected across the board for the overnight lows. And that's going to be pretty consistent across the board for this week. Take a look at temperatures moving in. Like I said, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's when we're expecting temperatures to drop to the coldest. 27 the high. Temperatures sitting at 12 degrees for the overnight low. I do expect some areas to potentially drop into single digits, probably closer to Jerome and Shoshone. The further north you move towards the Wood River Valley, but you can see those 30s quickly turning into 20s, and then going into Thursday, that's when we're expecting that increase in precipitation and that bump in temperatures too, which is going to be nice, make things a little bit better. For the Treasure Valley region, colder temperatures than what the Magic Valley is experiencing. 10 degrees between Sunday and Monday, 10 degrees once again, potential of single digits between Tuesday and Wednesday. Those 30s turn into 20s, but like I said, a bump in temperatures is going to follow suit as we see that increase in snow going into Thursday. Make sure you stay warm this week.